miss your brother's first birthday. I ain't miss yours though. Mama. I made it.
Is there anything you want your fans to know on this important day?
No comment. Block away.
I hope you're happy out now. I hope you're happy out now.
Anything you want to say with this arrest and regarding your previous one?
I hope you're happy out now.
Please do not block
Good country
away.
out now.
What do you say to the fans that didn't get to catch you last night?
We're gonna run it back. I hope you're happy out now.
Are you gonna do anything tonight for your album?
That was Big X's final word to his family before everything flipped upside down and he got slammed with a heavy sentence. His arrest wasn't just about some weed and a gun, it was his name being flagged as a gang member that truly sealed the deal and sent his life spiraling again. Let's break this wild story down because this one had the whole Dallas rap scene buzzing like crazy. BigXthaPlug, fresh off the biggest moment of his career, ended up in handcuffs on August 21st, 2025, right when he was supposed to be celebrating his country rap crossover.
We're going to wait to see the PC affidavits, but we're going to work vigorously for our client because it just is what it is. It's 2 misdemeanors and people are trying to make an
album release. Imagine that. He had 2 parties lined up that night, one at Cash Cow nightclub in Deep Ellum and another at Wingstop, ready to celebrate his come up with fans. But instead of bottles popping and fans chanting his name, he was being booked into Dallas County Jail. The timing couldn't have been more brutal. It was like the universe hit pause on his...
I miss your brother's first birthday. I ain't miss yours though. Mama. I made it. I was here. You hear me, Mama? Bird. Look. Look at you, Daddy. Look at you, Daddy. Hey. Happy birthday. Daddy love you. Daddy love you more than anybody love you. Yeah. You miss me from you. What you miss from you?
Dreams. Here's what went down. Around 8:45 p.m., cops pulled over his Dodge Ram TRX in the 7900 block of Great Trinity Forest Way, all because he didn't have a front license plate. Wild, right? Now, Big X kept it real. He told the officers straight up about the gun tucked under his armrest. He didn't try to lie or play slick. That honesty might have shown character, but it didn't save him. Police still charged him with marijuana possession and unlawful possession of a firearm, since the system flagged him as a documented gang member. The charges came with a $5,000 bond, $2,500 for each misdemeanor. But here's the thing, Big X didn't fold. He got out the next day, around 4 p.m., cool as ever, walking free like it was just another day in the trenches. When reporters asked, "Is there anything you want your fans to know on this important day away?" his attorney Valerie Bain stepped in, saying they were ready to handle business. She made it clear. This wasn't some career-ending drama, it was just another roadblock for a man who'd been through worse and still found a way to stand tall. But here's where things really get deep. This August arrest wasn't even Big X's first legal mess in 2025. Back in February, he got hit in Arlington after cops pulled him over for expired registration tags just after midnight on North Collins Street. Same story, same scent. The officers smelled weed, searched his car, and found less than 2 ounces of marijuana and a handgun. That time, Arlington PD booked him on a $500 bail, and by February 27th, he was already out. But the next day, February 28th, fans saw a whole new side of him. An Instagram video dropped showing Big X holding his little daughter at her first birthday party, fresh out of jail, smiling like a man reborn. You could feel the relief in his eyes, the kind of happiness you can't fake. The Shade Room picked up the video, posting it with a caption that melted hearts across the internet, pointing out how he made it home just in time to celebrate his baby girl's first milestone. And that's what hit fans the hardest. Big X had opened up before about the pain of missing key moments with his kids. He once shared how he missed his son's first birthday while locked up on earlier charges, and how that memory haunted him. So seeing him there at his daughter's party, smiling wide and holding her tight, showed something deeper. He was really trying to change. That moment wasn't just another viral clip, it was redemption caught on camera. It showed the world that despite the chaos, the street heat, and the setbacks, Big X was fighting hard to rewrite his story. He wasn't just another rapper in the system. He was a father trying to break the cycle. even when the odds were stacked sky high against him. During a heartfelt New York Times interview, Big X got choked up talking about the promise he made to his son, Amar. He said, "You'll never not see me a day in your life." But with constant touring and legal troubles creeping in, that promise became almost impossible to keep. You could feel the guilt in his words when he admitted, "Me not being there, it takes a toll on me. I only started doing this for him." That pain was real, straight from the heart. What makes this whole story hit even harder is Big X's deep involvement with the Autism Society of America. He recorded a powerful PSA calling autism a journey that's not easy, while reminding everyone not to make it harder than it already is. He talked about how his son taught him patience, how watching Amar just be himself became his favorite thing ever, and how those small moments showed him what real love looks like. He said it made him appreciate the little wins. The streets have been showing Big X nothing but love through all this drama. When word of his August arrest hit the news, fans went off online, some showing major support, others furious at the system. You saw comments like "Free Big X, he one of the realest," right next to one saying, "Getting locked up for weed in 2025 is why y'all need to vote." And they love catching rappers with guns and drugs. The debate got loud fast. Even with all the chaos, his album, I Hope You're Happy, still dropped on August 22nd just like planned. The track list went crazy, featuring collabs with Jelly Roll, Luke Combs, Eshe Booz, and a few other country heavy hitters. The irony was wild though. Here's a man dropping an album about hope and happiness while dealing with courtroom stress and canceled release parties. But through all that noise, Big X stayed focused on what really mattered, his family and his music. When the media asked about rescheduling that canceled Wingstop event, he didn't flinch. He just said yes. That one word spoke volumes. It showed that no matter what came his way, he wasn't backing down from his fans. Big X wasn't gonna let a mugshot kill his momentum or stop him from connecting with the people who lifted him up in the first place. The transformation this man has gone through is incredible. From robbing dealers just to feed his infant son to now celebrating his daughter's birthday straight after getting out of jail, it's pure growth on display. That February Instagram video wasn't just about cake and balloons, it was about redemption. It was a father proving that no matter how messy life gets, he's showing up for his kids. That promise to Amar, that's his engine, his reason for every lyric, every grind, every studio session, and that's what cuts the deepest. When Big X opened up about the battle between his booming career and his fatherhood duties, you could tell it wasn't just talk. During that New York Times sit-down, he broke down explaining how being on the road takes him away from Amar, knowing his son needs structure and calm because of his autism. That guilt weighed heavy, but it also fueled him to move smarter and handle life differently. See, Big X isn't just another rapper with court dates. He's a man trying to rebuild trust between the streets and the system. Both of his 2025 arrests showed that. Each time, he was transparent, telling the cops about his gun before they even searched. That's a man trying to do things right. But still, that old gang database flag had him labeled before he even spoke. It proved that no matter how much you grow, your past can still chase you like a shadow. But you know what really hit fans deep? It wasn't just his music, it was the way he handled his pain in public. Beyond the Free Big X posts, people were sharing personal stories. Parents of autistic kids saying how his message gave them hope. They thanked him for speaking up, for shining a light on a community that rarely gets love in hip-hop. That connection, real, raw, human, is what makes Big X more than a rapper. He's a voice for families fighting battles the world doesn't always see. Desperation hit Big X hard, like a wave that just wouldn't stop crashing. He's always kept it brutally real about that dark chapter in his life, saying straight up that after his son was born, he did whatever he had to do to survive. No excuses, just raw truth. When you've got a baby crying for milk and no legit income coming in, the streets start looking like the only way out. It's survival mode. And for Big X, that survival came with a heavy cost. In a 2023 Spin magazine interview, Big X didn't sugarcoat a thing. He openly admitted to robbing known felons to feed his infant son. That's the type of confession most rappers would never make on record, but Big X owned it. He said, "I've done a lot of stuff to people in my past. I pray that God forgives me now, but I did what I had to do to survive." That's raw honesty, no filters. He wasn't glorifying it. He was reflecting on it. It showed a man who'd walked through fire and came out scarred, not proud. But the trauma from that life never really left him. Big X admitted that his fame actually made him more vulnerable. He said, "Everybody knows who and where I am. At any moment, anybody can pull up and do whatever. The streets don't forget. That's a chilling truth." When you've crossed people in the past, success doesn't erase those memories. It paints a bigger target on your back. The legal troubles didn't end there either. In 2022, Big X got arrested again in the Dallas-Fort Worth area for illegal possession of weapons and marijuana. This time, he was thrown into solitary confinement, and that became a turning point that changed everything. Locked in a cold cell, isolated from everyone, he used that silence as therapy. He started writing lyrics, page after page, pouring all the pain, regret, and fear into his music. Those same lyrics became the backbone of his breakout debut album, Amar, named after his son. That's powerful, right? What started as punishment turned into purpose. He later said that every song he wrote in that cell came from a place of desperation mixed with faith, like therapy turned art. When Amar finally dropped, it shot up to number 4 on Billboard's Heat Seekers chart, proving that pain can fuel greatness. But here's the part that really breaks it down. What truly drove him to the streets in the first place wasn't just poverty or bad luck, it was absence. Big X has opened up about growing up without a consistent father figure. That lack of guidance left him learning lessons the hard way, from the block, from mistakes, from jail cells instead of from a dad at home. He's talked about losing friends to gang life and family members to the system, and how that cycle of loss made the streets feel like destiny. And that's exactly what made his rise so remarkable. See, the gang affiliation that police keep tagging on his name, Big X, doesn't speak on it much, but law enforcement databases have him listed as a documented gang member. That flag means that anytime he's caught with a weapon, it's treated like a more serious offense, even when it might have been legally owned. Arlington PD records show that Label has added extra heat to every arrest, turning basic charges into career-threatening ones. But here's the irony. Those same streets that almost swallowed him alive are the ones that shaped his art. His sound, gritty, southern, unapologetic, comes straight from real-life struggle. Songs like Texas and carry the soul of someone who's lived through chaos, not just rapped about it for clout. His bars have the pain of a man who's seen the inside of cells and the outside of funerals, and that's why fans connect with it. Big X's criminal past explains a lot about his mindset today. He's laser focused on being the type of father he never had. He's open about how those hard years made him realize what's really valuable. Time with his kids, not time in the streets. He's using his platform to show the next generation that you can break the pattern, that you can rebuild your name and still stay real. That's what separates Big X from the rest. He's not just making music for fame, he's turning his scars into lessons. Every verse, every show, every post is part of his mission to prove that redemption is possible, even for someone who once thought the streets were his only family. The man flipped his darkest moments into pure triumph, and the rap game's been watching in awe ever since. Big X didn't just survive the struggle, he turned it into strategy, playing the long game like a boss. His come up isn't just about bars and beats, it's about business moves that set him apart from almost everybody in his lane. See, when Big X linked up with United Masters, it wasn't just a simple distribution deal, it was a power play. He made sure to keep ownership of his masters, securing the kind of generational wealth that most artists only dream about. That's rare energy in a game where labels love to own everything. This independence gave him full control over his sound, his career, and his future. Nobody could tell him what to drop or who to be. That's exactly why his country crossover hit so hard. Without label hands in the pot, Big X had the freedom to mix Southern trap energy with down-home country soul. It was bold, it was risky, but it was him. And it worked because he believed in his vision like nobody else. The numbers back it up too. Big X racked up over 14 million monthly listeners and 200 million streams in Texas alone. That's insane. He proved that authentic storytelling, real-life pain, joy, and hustle can go toe-to-toe with the polished factory-made hits labels keep pushing. His success showed that you don't need gimmicks when your truth already hits hard enough. Even crazier, His August 2025 arrest, the one that could have wrecked his career, ended up boosting it. Yeah, that's right. The timing was wild. He got booked the same day his album dropped, but instead of ruining the moment, the headlines made him bigger. TMZ, the New York Times, and every major outlet jumped on the story, blasting his name everywhere. What should have been a nightmare turned into next-level publicity. That's not luck, that's media mastery. It takes real finesse to turn an arrest into a marketing moment, but Big X did exactly that. His ability to flip negative press into exposure separated him from the rest. Proof that he's not just an artist, he's a brand. And let's talk about that country music crossover again because it was genius. That move wasn't just a sound experiment, it was strategy. Big X saw the gap between rap and country and walked right through it, bridging two worlds that rarely collide. Collaborating with Luke Combs and Jelly Roll didn't just bring new vibes, it opened new doors. Suddenly, Big X was performing at country festivals, tapping into fan bases that most rappers could never touch. He wasn't chasing clout, he was building legacy. By stretching beyond the usual rap audience, Big X positioned himself in markets that build long-term success, not just momentary buzz. It's the kind of vision that transforms artists into moguls and fame into empire. BigXthaPlug proved that hustle mixed with heart and a whole lot of smart business sense can turn even the hardest road into a blueprint for greatness. He's showing every artist out there that owning your story and your sound is the real key to power. So if you're feeling inspired by Big X's journey, his grind, his growth, and his glow up, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications so you never miss another story that hits just as hard.